Welcome to CATtheMinion YouTube channel. My name is Teresa, but you can call me Cat. This is Adventures with Plastic Crack, and this is mini notes, and this is part 1 of 15 of Perfume, Pretty Barbie, and related items. So let me get in here, and I mean, obviously I've got the first slide up. There's this whole paragraph here about what's similar and what goes with this that's continued onto the next page, but I've added some advertisements here, period advertisements showing the line and some pictures and so on. So we see Barbie here, white Barbie, and white Ken, who's very tan. Barbie comes with perfume, and her spandex dress can be rolled up to be a mini skirt, or it can be pulled down to have a full-length dress here. Ken comes with a fake little bottle of perfume to give Barbie as a gift, and according to the back of his package, it's scratch and sniff, and then he has scented note paper in a bow shape to write notes for Barbie. And then we have Whitney here, who's their friend, who's sort of Latina, but not explicitly. And then we have Black Barbie and Ken, the new from 1987 molds, the Steven face with a mustache on for Black Ken, and then Barbie using that 1987 Christie face. And Whitney comes with a locket on a ribbon for the child to wear, and there's solid perfume in there that you rub on like a cream. Okay. So here's the booklet or pamphlet or whatever you want to call it that comes with the dolls. So we have this big picture of Barbie here. This is just the top half of the front of it. You can see the Perfume Pretty line takes up most of it. So we've got a big picture of Barbie here. Then not showing the black dolls because slightly racist. The so Barbie again here with her skirt in the short position, and Ken and Whitney, and the fashions down here. So we have 6 fashions. We have a yellow one, a lilac one, this sort of, it looks red here, but it's more of a fuchsia violet color, and this white, it's either white or almost white, and pink thing, and then peach, and this icy mint color. And there's 6 sets of jewelry, and they stack together, make a jewelry box. This is the same thing they did the previous year for Jewel Secrets. There's 6 sets, and they kind of go with the fashion. Some of them are not quite like matchy-matchy, but I mean, you could imagine that the pink set goes with the pink dress, and the mint set goes with the mint outfit, and the magenta set would go with this suit, which is, again, some sort of magenta fuchsia situation. The big gimmick here is that there's a piece for the kid that has solid fragrance, so 2 of them have a ring, 2 of them have a bracelet, and the other 2 have a locket on a string, and they're going to have the same kind of touch perfume that Whitney does. And then there's like little earrings and necklace and some other stuff for Barbie in those sets. And then there's the, oops, wait, hang on, I screwed myself up for a second. Okay, so I've got, and then they have these gifts for 2. So it's going to be merchandise for the child and little play pieces for Barbie that are matching. So they have the beauty bath set for 2, which is this big gift set that has this terry cloth mitt that doesn't come with the other sets. That's supposed to be for using the body soap, the liquid body soap. So there's tinted powder. They're all smelly. They all have perfume in them. Or fragrance because it's non-alcoholic. It's got all kinds of other toxic waste in it though. So there's shampoo and liquid soap and powder, and then a little teeny mitt for Barbie and a basket to put it in. And then there's some other sets over here. There's comb and shampoo, lipstick and mirror, sponge and body soap, and then perfume and a little satchel to put it in. There's a barrette with lotion and talcum powder and a different kind of, in a like a little mitt that's made out of the same fabric as the satchel to put the powder on, because apparently you can't just put powder on with your hand. There's a fashion booklet thing that's pink, and it's got cartoons drawn in it, and it comes with, I don't know if it comes with Ken, but it comes with the female dolls. It comes with the European sets of the little packets of the gifts for two. And I think it comes with the fashions. They stuffed it in everything. So it's got this front cover with Barbie on it, and then a letter from Barbie, and then this stuff about using the products in the gifts for two. This cool drawing of the girl, and I kind of looked like that when I was little, so it was like really, emotionally attaching to this for me. When I got this Barbie when I was 5. So again, these really amazing cartoon drawings of Barbie that are dated to that era, and Barbie showing you how to use the lipstick and those fancy jewelry sets, and some more pictures about that. And then they have the line of the dolls, so we have the white dolls and the black dolls, and then Whitney is the same in both sets, and then we have the fashions and the jewelry again. Although from these prototype images to the production versions of these gifts are a little bit different. For instance, in production, this set that's labeled turquoise is mint green, and they've gone ahead and switched that with the turquoise one over here and labeled that as mint green. So that's wrong, but the sets are still what's in the picture. So, I mean, all those drawers together, you get them and you can stack them into this jewelry box here. And then with the gifts for two, there's some slight differences. The little lotion bottles are different and have little clips on them for Barbie to hold in the production. The sponge is different and kind of gnarly looking. For some reason, they decided to put the barrettes upside down in that photo. And again, there's slight differences. Like the labels in the production sets of these are pink with silver writing instead of silver with white with pink writing. So they switched those too. And then I had this glued down on a sheet of paper, but the very back of the booklet is just the warranty and information for the parents. So then we have in the United States, we have Black Ken here, number 4555. Again, he's got that Steven face. He's got a mustache painted on. For some reason, even though these are shown with light gray shoes, some of them come with dark shoes. This Ken is out of the box, so I don't know if those black or charcoal shoes are original to him, but just in case, we've got one here. And presumably this guy in the box still has light gray loafers. We see this light pink note paper here is bow-shaped. Just to tie everything together. I think this Ken looks really good. I'd rather have him than White Ken. Maybe I'll get him someday. Also because I like Steven and I don't have one with a mustache yet. He looks cool. So we have Ken 4555 and then just another picture, a close-up there of his sort of, for some reason Steven and Ken in this era had these sort of orangey eyes. It's just kind of common to that era. And then he's got this superstar Ken body with the bent arms, which is they only used them on the fancy dolls. They just gave other Kens just the straight PTR arms with the palms to the rear. So I found out from finding pictures of these with original price stickers on them, the original retail for this doll is around $15.99, and that's true for all the dolls in this set. They're somewhere in the range of like maybe a sale price of about 12 or 13 bucks up to like 17, 18. They're more expensive in Europe, but that's usually the case. So here's some light gray shoes for this Ken. He's got that 1983 sun sensation face with dark brown hair. Sometimes you'll see it in blonde. He's got navy blue eyes, and just a close-up because they used to tell you what the contents were. So it says right here, scratch and sniff bottle. So his little fake bottle for Barbie would be smelly. His suit here with the cummerbund is one piece. I find that in a lot of clothes nowadays for the dolls. They're cheaper that way, but in the 80s, sometimes Ken would just have a jumpsuit, but it would be real fabric, not that paper shit that they have these days. And then his jacket with a little rosette on it, very shiny. So we have Black Barbie here, number 4552, again with that Christie face. So I found that there's a couple different versions of these dolls, and it's probably because they manufacture them in different countries, and I don't know which one is which. Um, so you'll see differences in skin tone, hair color, and the way they're positioned in the box. If you get it out of the box, you're not going to necessarily know unless you um, pull the dress down and look at what's stamped on Barbie's torso on the back, because that'll say the country that she was made in. But unless we can see the back of the box down at the bottom where it says made in whatever country, we're not going to know, because a lot of these pictures are only of the front of the box. So I've had to describe the differences in Barbie in what's going on with the doll instead of what country they're manufactured in. So I've seen um, a comparison of China and the Philippines where they're made, not to be confused with dolls that were released in the Philippines, because those are different. Um, but then when I looked at my Barbie, my Perfume Pretty Barbie was made in Malaysia. So some of these are made in Malaysia, and I'm not sure which ones are which. Um, but we do have some differences. So, for example, we have here this version of Black Perfume Pretty Barbie. She has fairly dark skin. Her hair is just about black, if not black. And we see that her perfume is on this little pop-up thing that's sort of lower in the box. And then her hair looks kind of long. It's pretty long. It's going to be below her waist. And her pick comb with a bow on top is stuffed in the hair. So that's one version. And she has very opaque makeup. We see these sort of olive and brown blend eyes. There's lilac, and then this dense blue hair. And again, her skin is this warm, dark brown color, and her hair is almost black. And we see this other version, actually a second version, because there's three of these. We see Barbie's hair is a little bit shorter. It only goes down to her waist, not below it. And her skin is a medium brown, and her eyes are still this olive and brown blend, but now her eyes have this more translucent, sort of pink and greenish looking eyeshadow. And her lips are a warmer pink. The other doll had a brighter pink. But now we see that her comb is lower in the box, and it's on a little plastic blister. And the perfume is again on a pop-up, but it's further up in the box. There's a difference there. And some of the caps on the perfume bottles look different in these. This one looks darker and slightly less pearly. But this Barbie, her hair is a little bit towards the red side, but it's sort of a caramel brunette color. And again, in certain light, it looks kind of red. And there's another one. Some of these actually, I saw one picture of a Black Barbie where her hair was almost like blondish. This one here with her hair falling behind her in this lighter caramel tone. Can look more blonde in some light, and then it can look kind of red in other lights. There's another doll who has the blue eyeshadow in a medium brown skin tone, not quite as light as this sort of gingery doll, but instead of this sort of pink and greenish eyeshadow and a medium pink lip, she again has these sort of olive and brown combo eyes, but she's got that blue and lilac combination eyeshadow, but it's not as dense as that very dark-skinned Christie with the long hair, or Barbie. And she has more of like a berry colored lip, and her hair is sort of like between the two colors. It's like it's not picking up caramel or brown tones, but it's still like a lighter brown color. So there's these three different versions, where one is definitely darker skinned, with blue eyeshadow with her hair behind her and the perfume on top and the comb underneath. And then that really dark skinned one with the long hair and the thick blue eyeshadow, and then the sort of ruddy blondish one that has pink and green eyeshadow. If I had to guess, I would think that the darkest one probably made in China, and the the um, the blue eyeshadow on the medium skin tone with the shorter hair, probably Philippines, and the lightest one with the pink and green eyeshadow, probably Malaysia. But again, I might be wrong. That might be wrong. But you can see there's different versions, and it's probably because they were manufactured in different plants. So this is the back of Barbie's box for White Barbie. Just shows that it's got a paragraph there and a picture of her perfume and the dolls. And she comes with the pink booklet and a cardboard thing of punch-out accessories and an instructional booklet. That's just printed paper. This image is kind of blurry, but that's the only one I've got. Apparently you can... Her shawl could be worn as a hat or a collar, but nobody's going to do that. So there's a couple different versions of Barbie. So here's one that has all platinum hair. This is the one that I had because when I went to reroot mine, all of her hair was like white fiber hair. There was no gold in it at all. And like that darker skin black Barbie, her hair is longer. It's coming over to the side with the comb stuck in it. She does have a brush. It's just down below. And looking at this one too, this one, her stuff looks a little pearlier and a little lighter than the one with the golden hair that's all behind her. There's just ever so slight differences between the plastics and the hair color and everything. And you'll see that there's slight differences in the makeup as well. This Platinum Barbie, her makeup looks a little bit lighter. There's a slight difference perhaps in the skin tone, but it could be based on the hair next to it. So this doll here, platinum, all platinum, longer hair to the side, and then one that has golden hair that's got some platinum blended in it, but it's not as noticeable, and her hair is only to her waist. And you'll see also that the position of their arms is different. One of them has her right arm up, and the other one has her left arm up. And just a picture of the two main different versions sandwiching a can here. Their pick comb stuck in the top. So there's actually three different versions of White Barbie here. So we have this one, there's four different versions. Sorry, I get that wrong. There's four different versions, and we'll see the other one in a second. So we have two different versions of this golden one. There's one that has these pastel lips and one that has medium colored lips. And the pastel lip one, it has her eyes are a little murkier, and her eyeshadow isn't as dense, and her eyebrows look a little different. And then this platinum one in the middle, she has really bright facial screening. Her eyes are bright, her eyebrows look slightly different, her hair is all platinum, and she's got these sort of hot pink kind of lips going on. So here's this golden one again, and we see the one with the darker lips here. And you'll also see with age that the perfume evaporates. This is happening to mine too. It's slowly getting less over the years, sort of concentrated into this kind of piss colored, dehydrated piss color. And then we have this other version of Barbie who has her bangs and the front of her hair is clearly platinum, and then this golden hair is behind it. It's different than the one where the gold is blended in right from her face. So she's sort of a combo doll, this one. And again, she's got this bright face screening. So there's two different golden ones. There's an all platinum one, and then there's one that's half and half. And again, here's this this platinum haired one, and you can see a close-up of her face here. Okay. And here's Whitney. I forgot to say. So Black Barbie was 4552, and White Barbie is 4551, and she comes with, and both of those each come with a half a fluid ounce, or 14.5 milliliters of perfume. And Whitney here, her solid perfume is only, is it 7 grams or 0.7 grams? It's 0.252 ounces of that solid perfume, so not very much. So it comes in a locket, you peel it, open the little lid on it, and then you can play with it. So 4557 Whitney, she has a Steffi head mold, bright face paint. She's got little velveteen bows in her sleeves, in the net in her sleeves. And there's a few different versions of her. This one is purportedly made in China, and over time her face vinyl will become stiff, but it'll always be slightly more pointy than round, and she'll have this really dark, bright face screening. So Whitney has blue eyes with a little chunk of lilac in them, 2 little white spots, black iris and mascara, and she's got blue and lavender colored eyeshadow and this sort of light red lips and cheeks. And on this one, it's very vibrant. On the one from the Philippines, which is what I have, it's going to be almost the same, but you can see that the sort of lilac lavender upper eyeshadow is not quite as dense. My doll I thought was made in China because I thought she looked just like this, and then when I looked at her back and it said Philippines, I was like, what? Say what? So if you're looking at them without looking at the other one next to it, you're not really going to be able to tell, probably. This one, I'm not sure where she's made. Maybe Malaysia, because that's the other country. Her upper eyeshadow is almost entirely white, and her hair is in like a lot smaller ringlet curls. She has all of them have two-tone brunette hair. But if you're looking at the other 2 versions of Whitney, the hair is in a looser wave, and it's more of like a, I don't know if it's a barrel curl or what, but this one has almost like a perm with these tinier curls, so maybe that one's made in Malaysia. You see that the face screening isn't quite as dark. There's ever so slight differences between the fabrics. Some of them look a little lighter blue than others. Some of the accessories look a little pearlier than others. It just depends. So we see this Philippine Whitney, this one on the box liner without the front of the box is actually my doll. Listed $12.94 from Kmart, which might be a sale price. So this is all of the dolls as released in the United States. You can see there's variations. There's at least 4 different versions of Barbie. There's 3 different versions of Christy. There's possibly 2 different versions of each Ken with those different colored shoes, which again might be markers of being manufactured in different plants. And then we have possibly 3 versions of Whitney. And these dolls from the 80s do have their legs can go spotty and get sticky. I don't know if you can see this, but on this picture of my Whitney doll here, you can see she's got a leg spot, and I've had to clean her legs because they got sticky. So I'm going to be adding the quote live video of the dolls that I have, just so you can see them in motion. My Barbie is not original. I have rerouted her in a pale blonde hair color. That's her bangs are kind of choppy, and some of her jewelry is not original. But and I've tried to repaint her face so her face looks a little chunky. But it'll give a general idea. I mean, she was heavily played with, and I kept her for 35 years, so she's a little worse for the wear. But I will show those that I have. I don't have a Ken, and I don't have Black Barbie either. if I can afford it, eventually I'll do the completest thing and get everybody. So that's what we have. And part 2, which will be coming up on the 18th, is going to be Canada and Europe, the Canadian and European versions of these dolls. Okay, so with the dolls, they've got this 1988 pamphlet, brochure. This one came with my Island Fun skipper, but in the front of the pamphlet, right next to this giant picture of Perfume Pretty Barbie, is the pictures of the line, and they don't show the black dolls, but they have white Barbie and white Ken and Whitney, and then the logo and the jewelry box, which is similar to the Jewel Secrets one, and then the gifts and bath set and stuff for 2. They don't, oh yeah, and then the fashions. The fashions. So this has the whole 88 line, well, not the whole, but a lot of the 88 play line, and then the back. The rest of the back. Some of those things came out in 87. And then with the dolls also, they have this booklet, which has been pulled apart here, but I have 2 of them. So Perfume Pretty Barbie fragrance tips. There's a letter, and then a picture of the child using the products. And hanging out with Barbie, and it's describing the products as well. And then in the booklet, the dolls, so there's Black Barbie and Ken, and the fashions again, and the jewelry. And of course the gimmick is that with these accessories and merchandise, that there's stuff for the child to use and stuff for Barbie to use, and it's all scented. The Perfume Pretty Perfume. So this is my current Whitney's front box panel. And you can see a little thing there. There's supposed to be a photo in the locket. The logo. And this is my most of the back of the box of my Barbie that I got in 1988 when I was in kindergarten. I should have the back panel for this, but I couldn't find it. I wasn't really looking that hard. So there's just the back box panel. And the cardboard cutouts, which I guess Barbie had 2, but I'm not sure. So there's the picture that's supposed to go in the locket, and this is a gift box, and some other crap. And here's the gift box. So even though my original Whitney, I knew that the top of this bow for the box would rip off, I decided to try to put it together anyway. What happened? It ripped off, so I had to tape those back on. And I've had this over by my scanner forever because I was going to scan it and print it out on paper, so I'd have a thin paper one that would actually put itself together without breaking, but it's been several years and I haven't done it yet. But this cardboard is a little too thick to actually put it together, but it's a gift. And presumably the corsage would go in there. And there's pink note paper that matches the note paper that Ken has. And the instructions for Whitney. I don't have the ones for my Barbie anymore because who knows where they've been after 30 years. But here's the instructions. And just telling you how to use the locket. This one I have not opened the perfume, and I did not put the locket picture in the locket. Just showing the cardboard accessories. It says fold purse together, but it's not a purse. It's a little makeup palette. I don't know what the hell they were thinking of there, but anyway, this stuff. And this is Whitney's original brush, Pearly, and Barbie's original brush, which you can see that I've used, and it's kind of yellow because there's been some perfume in there, scuffed up and everything. These brushes in the 90s had longer tines. These ones are from the 80s. And Barbie's comb. See the ever-present Perfume Pretty logo bow. Obviously use this quite a bit. And Barbie's perfume bottle. You can see the logo on mine is worn off, and this is all yellow from age and then from the perfume sloshing around in there. It's evaporating. So there's less of it every year now. And then the label on the bottom. Here we go. Manufactured for Mattel Inc., Hawthorne, California, 90250 USA. Bottle made in USA, fragrance made in USA. So this is a non-alcohol play fragrance. See a little bit of the label there. And then this bow on here just comes off. It's scuffed up. It's had perfume in it. It's dirty. Let's see the interior. And then it has just a regular cap. Let's see. Yeah, that's good. 30 years of perfume in there. And then it's just got this little peace symbol thing there. Ugh. Ooh. I haven't smelled that in a while. It smells a little dusty, but it's very familiar. I used to have this perfume all over everything when I was 5. Okay. But yeah, it's concentrating. Ooh. That was a little bit rougher. So here's Barbie. This is my Barbie. I rerouted her and kind of failed on her bangs there. And I've repainted her face a little bit. She looks a little bit weird. Partly because she's got Beyonce's earrings in a different necklace. But that's the best I could do because her original jewelry was lost. You can see the ensemble here and replacement shoes that aren't quite pearly. So Perfume Pretty Barbie. And then Whitney's locket here with the, get this open. Ugh. The solid perfume that I haven't opened on this one. I did on the one I had when I was in like 5, but 4 or 5. And then the picture would go here. And then we have these glitter stickers, which I've seen one other version of this locket and it was made without the glitter stickers. And then we have this velvety bow print here, only on her sleeves though, not on the dress, on the skirt. And then the Steffi head mold and this curly brown two-tone hair here, the dark and caramel. Get the, so Perfume Pretty Whitney. The 80s leg spots showing up here, and then her pearly shoes. So that's what I've got for in